How's it going, guys? My name is EnergyPants, and today I'm here to bring you guys my top 5 favorite mecha anime of all time. And there's nothing more than I like the mechas beating each other up in amazing action scenes and battles in space and, you know, whatever, robots, rock'em sock'em robots punch each other in the face and knocking them till their head pops off and stuff, and it's great, explosions and mechs, and just, can't say enough about mechs, man. It's so great. So let's get into my top 5 mecha anime of all time. Coming in at number 5, and I like to preface this by saying this is only season 1 and I'm only going based on my first watch, like season 2 never existed. But coming in at number 5 is All Noah Zero. And All Noah Zero, let me just say that season 2 never existed. Made me hate All Noah Zero season 1 and season 2, and I dropped it because of it. But let's just say for this list's sake that All Noah Zero never had a second season. All Noah Zero is my number 5 favorite mecha show of all time because it was great. It had really good animation, really good mechs. The CG looked really good. And the ending of season 1 left you on such a big cliffhanger. And it was just so amazing. And then season 2 happened. We don't talk about that. But let's just say, like I said, for the sake of this video, that season 2 doesn't exist. And All Noah Zero, in terms of soundtrack, in terms of animation, it's a really good mecha show. I mean, why does season 2 have to exist? I mean, if it didn't, the show would be top tier, like godlike. But even season 2 made me lower my score for season 1, because the events that take place in season 1 are ruined because of season 2. But anyway, speaking though as though season 2 doesn't exist, All Noah Zero number 5 for amazing animation, soundtrack, and a great ending to season 1. Coming in at number 4 is Code Geass, and Code Geass isn't really a mech show, but it's a really good show. It's a really good show, and Lelouch is just, not only does he have the best name ever, but he has a really cool power, and I can't tell you how many things I would do with that power. And starting with Hanazawa Kana coming to my house right now, I would go to Japan and find her and make her my wife. But I digress. Code Geass it's not so much a mecha show, really. I mean, it has mechs, but I guess that's why it's number 4, because it's a mecha show, but it's not really a mecha show. But it's a really good show nonetheless.
Me without you, but I can't, 'cause we could be immortals, just not for long.
Coming in at number 3 is Rakuen Suishio. Rakuen Suiho, expelled from paradise. Pardon my butchering of Japanese names. I'm not Japanese. Not Japanese. I can't even say Japanese right. But anyway, this movie, it's all CGI, but believe you me when I say it, the final action scene in this show is just top tier. It's amazing. And just the last 30 seconds of the show are amazing. But it's a really good movie. This one and the next one are both movies, but they're really good. And the CG in this show makes the last action, it's really original when a show is 100% CG and it looks good. When a show is 100% CG and it looks bad, nice as Sidonia, and it takes away. But this show, the CG actually makes it original because it's not terrible. Some of you might see it as terrible, but CGI is a really touchy subject with everyone. I feel like when done right, it can look good. Like All Noah Zero's mechs were CG, Rakuen is 100% CG. And when done right, it can look good. When done wrong, nice to Sidonia. Sorry, I got a bad cough. I got to take a drink of water. When it's done right, it can make something really amazing. And this movie, just for its originality and mech battles alone, make this a really good movie worth the watch.
You try to keep your age inside this golden cage. Your heart is getting colder. Don't you feel you're slowly dying?
Coming in at number 2 is Neppu Kairikyu Bushi Road. Again, butchering names. But this movie I watched with Kal-El as well as the last one. And I just really enjoyed this movie. It had a lot going for it, and it had really interesting character designs. It had an amazing final fight and a really interesting ending that is really original to this movie. Not really original to this movie, but it's an original. It's a good point, a good plus side of this movie is the ending's really original. I actually own this movie on Blu-ray, but funny thing, it doesn't have English subtitles on it, so I can't watch it because I don't speak Japanese. So that's fun. I actually paid $35 for it, and I can't even watch it. But it came with the OST, and it came with some trading cards and the cool booklet. So maybe that's why this is number 2, because I have some personal attachment towards it because I own it, but not too much personal attachment because I can't watch it. But yeah, Energy is a dummy for buying things that don't even have English subtitles on them. But this movie is definitely worth the watch, especially if you enjoy mechas. And yeah, give this movie a look, please. I beg of you. And number 1, I'm sure you all saw this coming, is Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann was not only pretty much the first mecha show I watched, but one of the first shows that I really enjoyed and still hold really dear to this day. And it's over the top mecha battles in space, and the entire first half of the show is just balls to the walls mecha action, and I can't say enough about this show. I mean, I'm sure all of you have seen this show, and I'm sure this is no surprise to any of you, but Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is my favorite mecha out there. It's even still one of my favorite shows of all time. One of the most enjoyable watches I've ever had. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, which I should guarantee you have, I recommend it. It's an amazing show. So that's it for my top 5 mecha anime of all time. Leave yours in the comment section down below. I'm interested to hear some mecha shows that you guys have. I know a lot of you are probably going to mention some Gundam shows. The only Gundam shows I've seen 2 episodes of Iron Blooded Orphans, which just aired in 2015, and I've seen 1 episode of Gundam Build Fighters, which, if I had watched more, would be on this list over Out Noah Zero, because honestly, Kal-El, that Baka started watch the first episode of Gundam Build Fighters with me, and we're never going to watch another episode together again, because he keeps starting me on shows that we're never going to finish, and Gundam Build Fighters is one of them. But I'm going to finish that on my own, and I guarantee you if I finish that, that's going to be like, I guarantee you if I finished it, it'd probably be up there like number 3 or number 2, maybe even number 4, I don't know. But it definitely be, if I had watched a little bit more, it would have been number 5. But yeah, the only 2 Gundam shows I've seen have been Iron Blooded Orphans and Build Fighters, but I really enjoyed those 2, but I haven't seen enough Gundam. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to mention Gundam shows, but yeah, like I said, leave your top 5 mechas in the comment section down below. My name is EnergyPants, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.